Hey guys, it's Nat Nicole of Micros Therapy Services, and I am back with another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Natalie, and I'm a licensed mental health counselor located in sunny South Florida. If you are not new, thank you guys so much for your love, your comments, your subscription, your likes, your shares. I love it. Thank you so much. Watching this video, I can only assume it's for one of two reasons. Either A, you're lacking some sleep, or B, you're just loyal and you're gonna watch anything I put out. Regardless of the reason, welcome. Let's get into this video. If you know me, you know one thing is for sure. I do not play about my sleep. My mother and my father both can vouch for that. So something that has been important since we were little children was the importance of sleep. But as we know, as we grow up, as we move into adolescence, adulthood, sleep, the thing we once took for granted at nap time, now is something that we want so bad. And unfortunately for some of us, when it comes to the time where we're able to lay our head down, where we're able to rest, everything but sleep occurs in our bed. What I mean by that is our mind starts racing, we start worrying, we start having anxiety, we start having fear, and for some reason, we cannot go to bed. So firstly, what I want to do is I want to talk about what sleep deprivation can do to us. It is very important to know that yes, we may be very aware like we're not getting enough sleep, but sometimes we're just like, oh, well, we'll catch up on our sleep, not a thing. Or we just brush it to the side. But what I want you guys to understand is sleep deprivation is a very important thing. And it's something that if you are going through this, you need to be on top of it. Let's take a look at this illustration provided by Healthline. As you can see, things such as memory issues, mood changes, weakened immunity, risk for diabetes, low sex drive, risk of heart disease, poor balance, high blood pressure, accidents, trouble with thinking and concentration are all consequences of sleep deprivation. That means we need to get our sleep schedules together. As you guys know, while I prepare for my videos, I like to put research behind it. I like to have facts to support what I'm saying. One of the most important parts of our body, let's go back to middle school, is our central nervous system. When we lack sleep, our central nervous system is extremely affected by it. Central nervous system is pretty much the main information highway in your body. I'm thinking like if you're in South Florida, I-95 and the Turnpike, you know how important those roads are? That's how important our central nervous system is to us. Meaning, if we don't get sleep, you know those wrecks on those major highways in your town where literally it could be a little accident or a huge accident and it slows everything else down? That's exactly what happens in our bodies. Sleep deprivation is so important to be aware of because sometimes we don't realize that a lack of sleep can become so severe to the point we start hallucinating. Meaning we start seeing things that are not there. We start hearing things that are not there because we are so sleep deprived. Another thing that a lack of sleep can cause is microsleep, which is when you're awake and you fall asleep for little amounts of time and you don't even realize it. As depicted in the Healthline illustration that I showed you guys earlier in this video, we saw things such as memory issues. This means that we literally have difficulty remembering things that we learned earlier in the day, meaning that sleep deprivation can lead to us being less productive because information that we have gained has now been lost due to our inability to hold on to that information. We also spoke about mood changes. I don't know about you, but I don't like to be around a moody individual. In fact, keep that energy far, far from me. Lack of sleep, as you guys know, think about the times when you're very drowsy or when you just want to lay down, how irritable you can be. Imagine being like that on a consistent basis, or people not knowing how to interact with you because one moment you may be okay and the next moment you may be moody. Weakened immunity, getting sick, getting the flu. In this time, with this pandemic still hanging over our heads, still impacting us so heavily, we need to be doing what we need to do to keep ourselves safe. Risk for diabetes, risk for health issues, high blood pressure, accidents. We can't afford to not get our sleep. So at this point, hopefully I've scared you enough. Hopefully you're like,
okay, Natalie, I get it. I need to get on top of it. I need my sleep.
And now is when I share with you a few ways to do so. So a few things that you can do to help you get a more restful sleep are things like having a quiet environment, making your environment quiet. I know a lot of us like to watch TV to go to bed, but the thing about it is having a quiet environment where your brain can rest helps you sleep better. Another thing is having a comfortable bed. Excuse me, you know that clothes that you washed a few days ago that you still have in the corner? Get it together. Try to relax before going to bed. This means try to have some type of nighttime routine. This is a way for you to wind down from the day that you had. Another thing that sometimes can help us go to sleep is having some type of mantra or some type of phrase that we repeat to ourselves continuously to help us go to sleep. This could be something like,
I deserve a good rest. I deserve a good rest. I deserve a good rest.
Whatever your mantra may be, that is what you continuously repeat to yourself. And every time your brain gets distracted, you bring it back to that mantra. I promise, eventually, after you keep repeating that mantra, you will fall asleep. It's sort of similar to counting sheep. If you were a kid, I'm sure you might have heard of counting the sheep, I think, or the cows. One of it, you're counting some type of animal. And every time you count, you notice that you somehow when you wake up don't remember what number you stopped counting on because of the repetition, you end up falling asleep. All right, so where are my mind wanderers at? I know you're probably watching this. You may be one of the people who once you get into your bed, it's like all your worries and your anxiety come rushing in. This is a tip that I want you guys to try to implement. If you take some type of notebook or maybe your journal, it's up to you, but if you take some type of paper and you put it near your bed, this is what I want you to try to do when your mind starts to wander. I want you to, on one side of your paper, write down your worries. On the other side of your paper, write down what you're in control of. Like next to that spot where you put your worries, put next to it what you have control of, aka what can you do about that when you wake up in the morning. And then for the things that you're not in control of, that's what I want you to try and release. Because at that point, you really can't control anything. So let's say I have this bank statement that I didn't remember to turn in. Instead of me sitting in my bed ruminating on, oh my gosh, why didn't I do that, blah, 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 and all the consequences, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write bank. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go there tomorrow at 2 p.m. And that way, that worry has been released. After you write down your worry and you write down the solution, if there is one, then you put it to the side and you rest. That's your way of saying, okay, this is all that I can do in this moment. I've done what I can, and tomorrow I will revisit it. Another tip that you can use to help you fall asleep is meditation. You guys, there's apps that are available to us now that helps us with meditation, and they even have it where there's categories where whatever you need the meditation for, you can choose. And then there's also YouTube videos, where we are, where you can listen to a meditation that will help you sleep. What I will say is to please be mindful of which meditations you listen to on YouTube, meaning go down to the comment section and see if there's any reviews, because I have seen where people are like, this meditation started saying this in the middle, and we don't want that. So that's your warning. Okay, guys, and then there's two more things that I want to share with you. First, I want to introduce you to the body scan. This is what you do once you finally made it to your bed. As we've talked about before, a lot of times when we're in our bed is when our mind decides that it wants to go crazy. So when you're in your bed, what I want you to do is scan your body. This means that while you're laying down, you literally go from your head all the way down to your toes, scanning your body. This means you take a moment to feel the sensations within your body. So if I'm talking about my head, I'm thinking about how my head feels on my pillow or on my mattress, whatever you sleep on. I'm recognizing if there's any tingles, if there's any sensations. I move down to my shoulders. How do my shoulders feel? I relax my shoulders and I feel my shoulders on the bed. I move down to my arms. I move down to my legs, all the way down to my toes. This is a way for you to practice mindfulness. If you're not aware of what mindfulness is, it's really just being in the moment. When our mind is starting to race everywhere with our worries, our anxiety, our fears, this is an exercise that can help you focus on the now. Focus on how your body feels right now on your bed, on your pillow. I know I said I had two, but I'm actually going to add to that one. Another thing that you can do during your body scan, if maybe you have a body where you feel tense and you're not sure if you're relaxed, is you can literally tense up your body. So when you go to your face, you literally for like 10 seconds and then you relax it. Same with your shoulders. You tense up your shoulders for like 10 seconds and you relax it. Same with your legs. You tense them up and you relax it. In your toes, you do the same. And you literally go through your body and eventually you relax your body where you're more likely to fall asleep. And my last but not least technique to help you guys fall asleep is called the 4-7-8. A lot of people probably do this and you probably call it different things. I personally call it the 4-7-8, or sometimes I just call it breathing technique. What you do for this is you literally inhale for 4 seconds. You inhale for 4 seconds, you hold that breath for 7 seconds, and then you breathe out for 8 seconds, and you continuously do that. I guess I'll show you how it looks. So I breathed in for 4 seconds, I held for 7 seconds, and I released for 8 seconds. And you literally do that. And while you do that, your body relaxes and you create an environment that is more conducive to you falling asleep. So you guys, I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight. What I wanted to do was tell you guys the importance of sleep and how sleep deprivation can negatively affect us. It's not to scare you, but it's to get on top of it while you can. I introduce you to some tips that you can use to help you fall asleep. If you have any suggestions or what helps you, you can let me know in the comments below. Of course, we can't end the video without our journal prompt. In this journal prompt, I want you to just vent. Put your pen to your paper and just let it out. Whatever happened to you throughout the day, whatever you were feeling, just use this time to just let it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you get a good night's sleep, and I will see you next time. Bye.
If you're watching this video now, it can only be for maybe 2 reasons. That was 4. Important. Resting at night has always been wow. I didn't have enough conversations this morning, so my brain is still like trying to figure out how to make a sentence.